I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars. We were talking last time about some of Lady Diana's cars.
Yeah, we were. Was that last week or the week before? I honestly can't remember.
I think it was last week. Yeah,
it's fairly recent. Yeah,
recent. I think if it wasn't last week, it's very recently.
Yeah,
but
we were indeed. I think
yeah.
I think the episode even got named.
It did
in relation
it
to
did indeed. Oh, in that case, it definitely was this week. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, regardless of that, you came up with a little tidbit for us that she had an RS Turbo, Escort RS Turbo.
Yes, we found it with the black one, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, as luck would have it, the stars have aligned. It's come up for sale.
Oh,
this week!
Wow. Okay, so
I know. Talk about accidentally being on topic.
Oh yeah, we're right on the pulse.
It's in this month's Silverstone Classic auction.
Right. Okay.
Which is happening on the 27th. But it was publicised on Tuesday this week. So there it is. There's pictures of it, and yeah, glorious.
Right. That's interesting. Have we got any sort of hint of estimates?
No hint of estimates. Amazingly, it's on a no reserve auction.
That's interesting. Mind you, it will sell. A fast Ford with a bit of a Princess Diana tie-in. My goodness me,
absolutely will sell, and it will go for a silly price for a C-Plate Escort. But there's a little bit of the history. I think it's got a complete history. There's a little bit of the history in the little write-up about it. It clocked up, because we like these little details, it clocked up 6,800 miles under Lady Di's ownership between 1985 and 1988. It was a custom-build RS Turbo Escort that Ford did for her, although it looks pretty RS Turbo standard to me, but I'm not an expert. Yeah, so she had it between 85 and 88 and did 6,800 miles in it. It then was returned to Ford, where it was bought by the company's government sales department head, who was buying it for his wife.
Right, okay.
So he nabbed it. It was then sold to Kiss FM, who gave it away as part of a competition.
Kiss FM, there's a blast from the past.
Exactly. That was in 1993. It was bought and sold a number of times, including at one point by a Mr. Windsor. And it's now come up for auction 37 years later. And it looks absolutely immaculate.
Yes, I just had a quick look up, and that's pretty pristine. If you want yourself an RS Turbo, you can't really go wrong with that one.
It's done just under 25,000 miles. It's absolutely bone stock by all accounts, and it is in mint condition.
That is just going to cost a huge amount of money.
That's just going to go for bonkers money, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Very nice, though. I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. That's lovely. That is lovely.
It's like you say, it's just pristine. But I mean,
where would you find another one? That's you're just not, are you?
No, and as soon as you chuck a bit of Princess Di on it, that's just gonna add value at present.
Are we into the hundreds of thousands of pounds? Do we think for that?
With the way of the world at the moment, I think you could easily make that a six-figure car.
I think so.
Get a couple of lunatics bidding on that.
Oh, absolutely. Lady Di's RS Turbo. That's,
Oh, yeah, because you're going to have, you got your Ford fans, you got your Royal fans, you've got your pervy seat sniffers, you've got everything.
All of those. Yeah. It would sell well anyway because it's an RS Turbo. But the fact that it's her RS Turbo, and I really like that era of Escort. I know some people don't, but I really like that era of Escort.
Well, it's not a Mark 5, so it's a good one in our
It's
books.
not a Mark 5. So, yeah, Mark
3?
3? Yeah,
I'm 3. Pretty sure that's a 3. Yeah.
So quite nostalgic about the Mark 3 because my dad had one. So,
there you go. It always comes back to that, doesn't it?
It does a lot of that.
Dad had one. My granddad had a lot of that. Any of that.
I mean, he didn't have an RS Turbo.
No.
But he did have a Mark 3. And yeah, I've always liked them. I just think the styling was really clean on them. It was a really modern look compared to what they had gone before. They were considerably better built than what had gone before. And I just like them.
Oh, and the minor tweaks, visual tweaks for an RS Turbo as well. It's not in your face. It's nice.
It's more subtle than the XR, wasn't it?
Yeah. I like that.
I like that. Like you say, it's understated, but it goes like stink.
Yeah, I think even if we pool our resources on that, we're not even going to get a door handle.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we'd even get the number plates off that, which look to be original dealer plates to
me. I'm looking at the front picture now, and that's.
I know you can get reproduction plates in the period font.
Okay.
There are companies that will do that, but I'm betting, given the condition of the rest of it, those might well be the original plates.
Well, wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
I would. Yeah, it's a bit of luck they decided to sell it off the back of us talking about it. I like that.
I think that's the only conclusion we can draw there.
Yeah,
is that they heard us talking about, we ought to get that shifted. That's been in the garage too long. We're not using it. These boys are talking about it. Let's get it out there. And there we are, Silverstone.
All done.
I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I thought we were only just talking about that.
Oh, well, if it's Silverstone auctions, we hopefully get a walk around from Harry then.
We should, and I'd be amazed if he doesn't mention that.
Oh, he'll be all up in that, wouldn't he?
I would have thought so.
Of course he will. Yeah,
I mean, there are some times when he does those walkarounds where he just walks straight past something. So how can you ignore that?
He's not going to ignore Diana's Escort.
I wouldn't have thought so. No.
I wouldn't have thought so. Surely Silverstone Auctions, who have invited him in, probably give him a list of I know you're going to pick and choose some, but make sure you choose at least these.
Yeah, if you could not talk about quite so many 911s and
slip the Escort. Steady.
He always makes a beeline for the 911s.
That's fine. I'm not going to argue with him. Very interesting.
However, that does bring us on neatly to something else I'd like to talk about.
911s or Harry?
Neither.
Good, right. Excellent segue.
But Porsche.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Because you're a bit of a fan, aren't you?
I do like them. Well,
yeah.
I like the majority of them. Let's go with that.
Have you seen their latest, what should we call it, offering?
Oh, God. Maybe I haven't. Go on then.
Have you seen? You're going to love this. Oh. This is right up your pipe, this is.
Oh, it's not, is it? I don't want my pipe anywhere near this, I'd imagine.
You're going to love this. This is the most hideous thing I've ever seen.
Come on,
they are making a KN convertible.
What?
A KN convertible.
They're making. I know years and years ago they made a one-off, but are they actually making a new one now?
Well, that is the rumor.
Right.
It's it is rumored they're going to do it again.
Because that one-off was hideous.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, proper
horrible.
Thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's completely out of balance. I'm looking at a picture of it now. It's just.
But you're saying to me they're rumored to be making another one. There's another one in the grotty pipeline.
It is rumored that there's going to be another one. Yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sake! We don't need it. Don't want it. I mean,
they haven't announced anything. There's no pictures or anything like that. But there is talk that they're going to do another one.
Oh, yeah, but...
Now, we assumed that the next KN would be electric.
We did, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. We sort of know there's bound to be one.
But what is this weird obsession with this? Because it's not on its own of going, right,
no,
we take this SUV thing and lock the roof off. Because you've got the bloody Range Rover Evoque.
Range Rover Evoque convertible, yeah.
Hideous. Ridiculous.
Horrible, nasty. Yes, it is.
What's that?
Terrible.
What's that VW Toss?
The T-Rock.
T-Rock, that's the fella. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, who's buying this?
And there was wasn't there a Nissan Murano convertible as well?
Oh my goodness, I'd forgotten that car was even a thing.
Yeah,
even horrible, in its hardtop.
That's really, really bad. Yeah, you never see one.
No, because that's weird. It was kind of Nissan going, well, it's just, they tried to make it slightly premium, didn't they? Well,
yeah, they did. Yeah.
No, it's Nissan.
They tried to pitch it as a more kind of upmarket thing, but it was still badged as a Nissan. Yeah.
Yeah, you just go, well, you don't need to do that. You've got enough bellends buying Qashqais. You can probably just hold off on making that.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, they're too well made, though, aren't they? That's the trouble. The repeat business is slow.
Well, you say well made. The old Qashqais, the number plates around on the rear, that can't help but fall off.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
That's very rare to see an old Qashqai with that attached.
True.
But it is always nice to, when you spot them, is to see what method of fixing they're using to hold the old one on, be it parcel tape, gaffer tape, drilled holes, put cable ties in, all of the variants.
All of the prescribed methods for fitting a number plate. Yeah. Yeah, that's classic.
It's genuinely hideous, so that's good. Right, okay, I really hope they don't make that then. You can keep your Cayenne convertible. You can keep one off from way back when. Don't get any silly ideas. Come on, boys.
Yeah, let's hope that's just not going to happen. Yeah,
but I mean, everyone should feel free to go and Google the old one because it's.
Look that up because it's truly awful.
Because the original Cayenne was. I mean, at no point have I liked a Cayenne. No. They've never looked good, but the originals look really bad.
Well, they tried to put the 911 face on an SUV, didn't they?
Yeah, it didn't work.
No, it didn't.
No, and then this one off, they took the roof off and gave it a really fat ass. So yeah,
that's right. Yes, it is the Porsche that's had all the pies, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah. So feel free to go and look that up if you don't want to retain your dinner.
Yeah, please do. If you need to bring something back, have a good gander at that. Yeah.
Oh, that is dreadful. Thanks for bringing that up. That's tip
top. I knew you'd be pleased. Yeah.
Yeah, thrilled. I think is the word with that one.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be getting your order in for that straight away, I'm sure.
Oh, just behave. Go back to thinking about your fancy 911s and your electric Caymans and stuff. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah, the proper stuff. Yes.
Yeah, the stuff we're actually interested in.
Carry on planning the electric 911 because I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh God,
for a number of reasons.
The internet going mad is the most entertaining one.
Yeah, it is. The reaction to it from the 911 diehards. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you're going to have to strap in for that, aren't we?
Oh, that's going to go on. Yeah.
That is. Right. Let's drag it away from that hideous thing then. Right. If we're following up on things we've already talked about. Last week we wished Mr. Vettel well in his impending retirement.
We did.
Which is lovely. However, him retiring has set some things in motion.
There's been a bit of news, hasn't there? I've really seen it sort of out the corner of my eye, but
which is we're gonna sort of head in a motorsport direction, despite none of this actually taking place on track.
Yes, this is actually nothing to do with actual racing, is it?
No, there was one at the weekend. There was an actual race at the weekend, and that was good. That went off relatively straightforward, unless you were driving Ferrari, and I don't know who they had on the pit wall doing their strategies for them, because it was an absolute joke. Completely wrong tyres at completely the wrong time. You could have had that race in the bag. It's not the first race they've done it. They've got the work experience lad doing it, I think.
Oh God.
It's one of those things where you think it's someone looking at the data and forgetting to watch the telly and see what's actually happening out on the track. So yes, there you go. I won't dwell on that too much. However, what Ferrari did like is after after Sunday's debacle from them, the Formula One Twitter posse were having a go at them, and all the memes came about, and everyone was having a good old laugh at their incompetence. However, on Monday morning, Fernando Alonso announced that he'd signed for Aston Martin.
I saw that, yeah.
And that basically swept the whole Ferrari cock up under the rug, and Ferrari's PR was so delighted that something else had happened, and no one's forgotten how shit they were. Which is fine. So there he goes. He's left. Well, he will be leaving Alpine and going to Aston Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. Alpine's reserve driver is a bit of a superstar in the making. He's Oscar Piastri.
That's a name.
It is, and it's quite an exotic name, but he is Australian, which I'm not entirely sure of his background, how he's ended up with the name like Piastri, but I don't know.
Certainly not Australian. No,
it doesn't sound Australian, but no, I don't know enough about him.
I don't know.
So he's their reserve driver, and has been for a while. So Alpine's reserve driver, that is.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Has been for a while. He is outclassed everyone in F3, in F2, and on Tuesday at just after 5 p.m. our time, Alpine announced that Oscar Piastri had been promoted to full drive with the Alpine Formula One team in 2023. That was the exact word. Reserve driver Oscar Piastri is promoted to a race seat alongside Esteban Ocon starting from 2023. There was no mention in the press release that anything had been signed. There was no comment from Oscar himself. So this all happened very strangely, and going, well, that's not the way this normally happens, and a few people picked up on that, but nothing much happened. And then until 2 hours later, and the timing is significant because being 5 p.m. our time, that would have been really quite dead of the night in Australia.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So by 7 o'clock, Oscar Piastri has woken up
and seen the news.
And he then put on Twitter. I shall read it.
Oh.
I understand that without my agreement, Alpine F1 have put out a press release this afternoon that I am driving for them next year. This is wrong. I have not signed a contract with Alpine for 2023, and I will not be driving for Alpine next year.
Oh dear.
So that's fairly succinct, because that picked up on all of the aspects that everyone noticed and went, right.
Yeah.
Well, like no pen to paper, no comment from the driver. It's and with the good bit in there, without my agreement. So that's
bad. Has somebody in their PR department got a bit trigger happy with the press releases?
What's interesting is it's still online. It hasn't been.
They haven't withdrawn it.
No. So they think that this is happening. It seems that there are contracts behind the scenes, and they think that this is a done deal.
But he does not.
He does not.
Oh dear.
And I've not seen anything. I'll check freshly while we're online. Oscar Piastri is managed by Mark Webber.
Oh, now that is a name I do know. Yes.
And I've just had a look on Twitter, and there's nothing, no comments from him on any of this, so that's fine. No, so what we're led to believe is that Alpine think they have a contract with him. Oscar thinks that's rubbish because he hasn't signed anything. Amusingly, Alex Albon the following day confirmed that he was going to continue as a Williams driver. And he deliberately worded his tweet to say that with my agreement, I can announce that I have signed and that next year I will be driving for Williams.
Yeah.
Oscar Piastri picked up on this and sent him an amusing GIF back to thank him for picking up on all of the salient points from his tweet.
Yeah.
So.
Oh dear.
Oh, what an absolute mess. This is meant to be the pinnacle of motorsport, and they can't seem to get the basics right here.
Dear, no. Somebody somewhere has cocked up there, haven't they?
They have.
Whether it's one of his people or someone at Alpine.
I think it's suggesting it's going to be someone at Alpine at the moment.
Yeah, it's sounding like it, isn't it? It sounds like somebody in marketing has got a bit keen with the press releases.
That's it, because it's all a bit up in the air in general in other.
It certainly is now.
Other teams in Formula One, because the rumours are suggesting that Piastri is actually signed for McLaren.
Right.
Which is in itself is quite tricky, because McLaren technically have two drivers for next year.
Yeah.
They've got Norris and Ricciardo. However, Ricciardo's not having a brilliant time, and apparently his contract option has left the ball in his court.
Right.
So he can decide to walk, which he may well do. It's a mess.
Oh dear.
Because everyone said, well, he could go back to Alpine and go, well, no, he did at the end of 2020. He walked away from them because he wasn't having a great time. But back then they were badged as Renault. But it's just a mess. And just to add another, not even Formula One related, but for just a hint of amusement, McLaren are involved in another contract mess at IndyCar, because they've claimed that they've signed reigning champion Alex Palou. However, Chip Ganassi Racing have also claimed that they've got a contract for him next year as well.
Oh dear!
What on earth is this? So basically, you can
sort it out.
You can announce anything you like without any sort of legally binding documents. That's what we've learned from this.
Yeah, it would appear so. You can just say whatever. He's going to be working for us next year. Yeah,
exactly that. So based on these very simple rules, we're pleased to announce that Oscar Piastri is now going to be a new host on Stuff and Waffle.
And he'll be very welcome.
Indeed, he will. Yes,
yes.
Yeah, he'll be with us next week, I think.
That'll get the numbers up.
Yeah. So anything you like. Yeah. If you want to employ him as a butler or anything like that, you just got to say it, and apparently he'll turn up.
Oh, ideal, because could do with licking the Hoover around a bit. That'd be ideal. Yeah. Yeah. Plenty for him to do on that. Yeah. Puma needs a wash. He can sort that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
I mean, I get that he's hot property, but this is just a farce. It's very embarrassing.
Yeah, that's very, very silly. Yes. Dear, you can't just. No.
No, and I think Formula One's got a special contract review board as well. It's all going to end up there, and there's going to be lawyers reading it, going, "No, it's actually you that's got him." It's just
Yeah, that's going to end up in court. It's going to cost a lot of people a lot of unnecessary money to prove what we probably knew already.
Exactly that. And it's all set in motion because, no, I don't think Alpine expected Alonso to depart. That it's essentially that reason.
Okay, so do you think they've sort of panicked a bit?
I think that's exactly it, because Alonso made it clear that he wanted to stay put in F1, even though he's tapping on in terms of F1 age.
Yeah.
But apparently Alpine wouldn't offer him a 2-year contract. They do a 1 year plus 1 option.
Okay.
Whereas Aston Martin said, no, you can have 2 years. So he went, I'm off.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll have that. There we go. It's. I thought we'd better grab some of that news while it's vaguely current. I mean, by the time this airs, who knows where we'll be? But
well, yeah, exactly. It'll be another week on at least. But that's, as you say, that's actually nothing to do with the racing. That is a contractual and public relations cock up on several fronts.
That's the thing. It's the dreadful. It's that initial Alpine press release of wording it very carefully and timing it very specifically. You think, well, what? It's just.
But it's weird that it's not been withdrawn.
That's the odd thing. It's still you can still go to it. It's still there on their Twitter and Instagram and all that paper.
If they'd realised, oh no, that shouldn't have gone out. That was a mistake. That's not going to happen now. That was written before stuff sorted. You pull it. Fair enough. Someone made a mistake somewhere. Okay, we move on. But the fact that it's still there, are they going to try and stand by it? Do they know something that others don't? Or
but I mean, what's the point now? Because you've put it out there, and even if you're proved right, you've got a driver who has replied in no uncertain terms that he doesn't want to be a part of it next year. Are you really going to force someone to stay who doesn't want to be there?
That's the thing, isn't it? You're going to force him to drive with some sort of legal contract that he doesn't want to be in. I mean, that's not going to get good results, is it?
It's not, and he is the hottest property in Formula One in terms of a newcomer. And well, don't piss it away.
Oh dear, no, but I fear they might be.
Oh dear, so it's all going to get a bit legal, but it's just it's all just that just kicked off. So we went from 0 to 100 mile an hour in an instant. From that was 9 a.m. Monday morning.
Not even in a car.
No. Just absolute carnage, but it's been thoroughly entertaining. What's really funny is watching or listening to all the people that I follow for motorsport podcasts. They cannot keep up the amount of episodes they've put out this week. Going, particularly I am a massive fan of their work. The race Formula One podcast, the stuff they put out is absolutely brilliant. I really enjoy it. But there was a podcast that went out towards the end of the week where they said, "Oh, right, Vettel's gone. Under no circumstances do I see Alonso replacing him." The next day, another podcast goes out and goes, "Oh my God, I have to eat my words in an instant."
Yeah, and like you say, you can't keep up.
No, that's it. And they said, "Well, are you going to put your foot in your mouth for who gets appointed at Alpine?" And they said, "Well, why don't we just record me saying many names and we can just edit the right one?
Just edit in whoever it is."
Yeah. Oh dear.
That explains some comments that Rich Porter made on Twitter this week that I didn't understand, but
okay,
I do now.
Yeah, it is interesting. What I like all this sort of stuff. What they call silly season.
Didn't he put out a tweet saying that it was not true that he'd signed a contract with Chrysler to drive a Chrysler Alpine next year? Of course, being a reference to Alpine.
Yeah, that does sound like one I read this week.
That made no sense. And he put up a picture of a 1980s Chrysler Alpine.
That was it. Yeah, yes. I did see that. He's between that and him mocking William's story, trying to donut a Jag.
Well, it was a bit crap.
It was. He managed to do. There's some sort of musical remix he's done. This week as well, the one with the sampling the horn.
Yes,
the accidental horn,
the little accidental beep when he was trying and failing to donut his XJ6. Yes.
Oh, yes, what an absolute bellend. Let's not get dragged into rich energy.
Let's not go down that road. No, that has been covered well elsewhere.
That has, and I have pre-ordered my book.
Of course you have.
Alanis King. I'm very much looking forward to reading that. That's because it's another shit show, and
it is.
I don't want him to ruin nice bits of motorsport by being an utter knob. So it's going to be an interesting.
I don't want him to ruin a lovely XJ6
either. No, I fear that he probably has ruined that one though.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, that's it. And Mr. Porter constantly posting videos of him being a dick in it will know nothing of the resale value of that particular vehicle.
That's gone up at least 5 times this week already.
Oh, in various states. It's it's not going anywhere. He's not the only one either. People cannot leave that alone.
No, the people are loving that. Yeah.
No, that's it. It all came about because there was that other tweet that he made ages ago that people have picked up on, where it was, I think it was him attempting to maneuver a Formula One car, where he said, I was faster than most professional drivers. And it's like, you can't even pull out of the garage, mate.
Yes.
Dear. What a silly man.
What a state of affairs.
Yes, but yeah, I promise. No, I won't go down the rich energy rabbit hole.
Let's not do it.
I'll be good.
Let's not do that.
Oh dear. But yes, Formula One, even though we're about to go into, we're already in the summer break, has provided possibly more entertainment than it has from on-track action.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. So, what a load of idiots.
Yes, just a bit. But in more, I've got closer to home news that's not relating to Formula One.
Okey-doke.
I thought, well, I'd better mention it. A, because I really like it, and Kaylee should get a nod for being very nice and buying it for me. I have a motorsport-themed gift.
Oh, right.
Actually, I'll send you a pic, and when the time comes, I'll actually put this on to internet.
Yeah, well, we always say that, and we never do.
But I do sometimes. Sometimes, right, there you go. That's you, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's coming from the phone, not my.
I got it.
Computer.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I got it. Oh, look at that. Yes. Oh, now I'm looking at a watch with a golf
martini.
Martini. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So
a stripe on it. Yes.
Yeah. So it's a Molegato Racing Chrono. It's one that's actually discontinued it now. They do this one still, but they do it in a smaller size.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Kaylee found that one for me. She knew I'd been looking for a while, and
that's a very nice piece.
Yes, they're proving to be quite popular at the moment because they're all of their watches have a nod to either cars or motorsport.
Well, that one certainly does.
Yeah, all their other stuff does too. Be it Le Mans, you mentioned golf. They've got that as well. It's they're all sorts. Some track specific, some car specific. There's a really nice one they've done recently of Weissach. So it's Porsche themed. Very nice.
Very nice. Yes, you can very precisely time the laps around your office.
Oh yeah. I'll get right on that.
Get a board up, personal best. You know.
Oh yeah, you would say that, but we know that Kaylee sells the bugs and such like. The office is rammed full, so laps around here will result in an immediate crash.
I did notice that on the Zoom call we did recently, that you are rather surrounded by boxes at the moment.
I've got my little bit of the office is still untouched from the bugs and the boxes. Yes, I've still got my sort of slither. But the rest of it is very much warehouse.
They freak me out. They do. I'm sorry, but they just do.
It's all right.
Be doing with it.
Oh God, I had to deal with an actual one yesterday, a live one, nothing to do with Kaylee's work.
I was going to say one of them didn't reanimate.
Oh no, thankfully not. But no, it was one of the kids said there's something massive in the kitchen, and usually when the kids say that, it's over dramatized and is actually just a meaty fly. But I went in, I heard it. Went, in fairness, that does sound quite large. So I went in there and found it, and what could only be described as the most enormous hornet I have ever seen. I was like, dear.
Oh no.
So commence wrestling.
Yes.
That needs to get the fuck out. Oh God.
Dear. That could do some damage, that.
That could. Just to tie it in ever so slightly with cars, I needed to contain it in a vessel, and the nearest thing to hand was one of my beer cups from Le Mans.
Of course it was. There you go. I thought you were going to say the nearest vessel to contain it was the Volvo.
Oh my God. Now, can you imagine being at the wheel of any vehicle and discovering one of those?
Oh, I did see, there's a But I saw a video a while ago of someone, I guess it was in America, driving along, and they realised there was a massive spider on the headlining just above their head.
Oh,
I mean, massive.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
what do you do? What do you do?
You're going to be in oncoming traffic within seconds because
you are going to crash.
I don't know if it's one of those urban legend things, but apparently in Australia, that can be a thing when you flap down the sun visor.
Oh my god!
Can you?
Imagine?
Oh, that would be it. I mean, before I even ploughed into an oncoming vehicle, I would have died of shock.
Absolutely, especially if you flipped it down, the thing landed in your lap.
Oh my goodness me!
Like you say, you're done then, aren't you? All finished.
I've had one incident with an insect in the car. Fortunately, it wasn't anything terrifying, but it still made me jump a bit.
Yeah,
when a butterfly appeared from the footwell in my face. I went, "Oh God!" I went,
"Oh no,
right, okay, it's just a butterfly. Calm, relax." But yeah,
swerving all over the place.
Still not good. No.
Oh no, I can't. That was one of my worst fears. There's something like that because I don't see a way to survive it.
No,
I would lose all control of the vehicle instantly.
Oh yeah, that you can't style that out.
No, you really can't. You're either going to be up a bank, like you say, through a hedge, into the oncoming traffic. It's not going to go well.
It's easily done though. I remember years and years ago, I was lying in bed and I stirred, and there was a spider dangling from the ceiling in my face.
Oh no!
I don't know how I did it, but I got out of bed at high speed. I mean, horizontal and sideways. It was proper contortionist. It's just that. What a thing to wake up to.
Oh, it's horrific, isn't it?
Oh,
it's horrific. I can't be doing with it. I really can't.
I mean, another one. I mean, this one wasn't terrifying because it involved moths, but I don't find them particularly unpleasant. But I've got
a size ratio with them.
Yeah, I'm not too fussy with them. It doesn't bother me at all. It could be enormous. It just doesn't bother me. However, one night back when I was in my bachelor pad in Swindon.
Oh yeah.
I came in, I mean, properly steaming drunk.
I can't imagine that.
In a real state. It's one of it was a night to remember. Well, it was certainly a morning to forget as well.
Because
I came in and I'd at some point I'd sat down and picked up the guitar. I know that. I will explain why I know that. And then I'd clearly gone to the bathroom. It was the summer. I'd flung the window wide open and left the bog light on and went to bed. I stirred in the morning with the monumental hangover. Stumbled into the bathroom and was greeted by every moth in Swindon.
Yeah, because you'd left the light on and the window open like a prize idiot.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. You go, all right, you expect the odd moth. But I kid you not, this bathroom was covered. Absolutely covered. It was like...
So your problem is not individual moths, it's in quantity.
But everywhere. Oh, well, this is new. I mean...
Yes. Something a bit different.
That's it. It's I'm going to actually have to move some to utilize the toilet here.
Oh no!
So that was good. So after I did that and thought, well, I'll tell you what, I've interacted with enough moths today. The rest of them can sort of we'll share the bathroom. It's fine.
You've reached your quota.
Yeah, that'll do me. I'll say, all right. You the rest of you have earned your place, and we'll figure it out later.
You can have the bath. I only need this bit over here.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I've never seen so many moths in one place, not even at a bloody zoo or something. Weird, really weird.
Well, they do like a light.
They do. That's when I went downstairs and the evidence became clear to be able to tell that I'd picked up the guitar because I'd clearly got cross with it.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, at the best, I'm on when I play. Even a sip of alcohol makes me worse. I can't play with booze in the system. Even a pipette's worth. I prefer to play stone cold sober.
Oh, really? It just the ability goes, does it?
That's it. It's just a maintained focus thing. And after a skinful like that, obviously I would have sounded like absolute crap. And I realised that, and I'd cut all the strings.
Brilliant.
You can imagine the drunken rage of going, bloody guitar's making me sound rubbish.
Yeah. Twang.
Yeah. What an idiot. Yeah, so
that's fantastic.
What an absolute tit.
I've never heard of anybody getting angry enough to do that to their own guitar.
Yes, so yes, that was a job for that afternoon. Go, better put some new strings on that.
Then start again with that then.
Unbelievable. Yes. Yeah, I've learned. I just don't go near beer.
Don't no. Oh dear.
No, I need to have that. The trouble is though, when you live on your own, you've got no one looking over your shoulder going, "Now come on, don't be silly."
Yeah, put it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, so
time for bed.
That's yes. Well, that was back when in that house there was a knackered storage heater on the wall. So what I'd taken it upon myself to do was, any time beer was consumed, was to build a beer fortress around this old storage heater. So when someone actually visited, they're like, "Do you not just want to recycle that lot?" I said, No, it's work in progress.
It's a feature.
It really was a feature. What a state to get in. Yes, and then I got married and had a wife, and then things calmed down, and I stopped.
That's all stopped, isn't it? Now
stopped hoarding beer tins and making a fortress out of them.
Yeah, it's a shame, really. It's a lost art.
It is, and actually, I could get it slightly back onto cars there, because we deviated onto insects and drunkenness.
We did just a touch, yeah.
But at Le Mans, there is a bit of a theme where you build a structure out of your empties in the campsite.
Of course.
Which is, I think that's a nice touch. I can't imagine the staff enjoy it, because at some point some poor sod's got to clear it up.
Someone's got to go in and clean it up. Yeah.
No, we were good. By the time we finished, we made sure we binned all our stuff. We're very nice on the campsite. They come around daily, give us bin bags and such like. So when you leave, they said, right, just pack up your stuff and leave your bin bags on your pitch, and the van will come round. So
okay, fair enough.
We're not animals.
No, not entirely.
I don't know. No. I promise. But oh dear, no, it can't. It's youthful exuberance. Let's go with that.
Let's say that, shall we? Yeah. Well, we all get up to stuff, don't we? And but that is taking it quite far. Vandalizing your own musical instrument.
Yeah, not my finest hour. No. Bit of a knobhead manoeuvre, but what are you going to do?
It's going to happen. Yeah,
it is.
These things do occur. Yeah,
it was lager fueled. You see the problem?
Yeah, see that? Yeah, but you got to be so careful with that.
I don't really consume lager anymore.
No, neither do I.
I tell you what, I did consume it. Remember last year I did the touring cars. The first night I consumed far too much lager and got in the right state.
Yeah, there you are. You see? Yeah. Just leads to trouble.
It does, and that's it. I just need to learn. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the Stuff and Waffle top tip to end on. Just stop drinking lager. Drink a proper drink now. Come on.
Yeah, something a little bit classier. Something with a little more depth to it.
That's it. Yeah. Well, you enjoy wine, and I enjoy brown beer. Come on.
Yeah, we often do actually when podcasting. Yeah.
So indeed. Oh, and as promised, actually, we will be doing a page on the site shortly of booze of the podcast.
Yeah, I have been collecting some pictures and can do some words for that as well. Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, I've got a bit similar, because you've got us covered in grape variety, and I've got grain sorted, because I
often have a full-bodied red on the go when we're recording these. Yes.
Yeah, it's very rare that a sober episode slips through, really, isn't it?
I don't think we've ever done one, have we?
Maybe did I? I don't think I was drinking straight after pneumonia because I'm still on tablets. I think.
No, I think you did have a couple. Because I remember you specifically making mention of the fact that you'd laid off the pills later in the afternoon so that you could have a couple with the podcast in the evening.
Oh, good. All right. Oh, then no. It's always
you made specific reference to it. Yeah, that you were going to have you weren't going to be silly, but you were going to have a couple.
Okay, right. Okay, that's good. As long as I thought about it, that's the main thing.
Podcast came ahead of medical advice there.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we'll take that. Yeah, there you go. That's another top tip then. Yeah, just drink sensible grown-up booze and always read the label and make sure you stop taking the tablets so you can drink.
Yeah, that's very sensible. And don't do what you did when we did our Christmas.
No. Don't
No.
consume all of the whiskey at high speed when you have no sense of taste.
There's at least an hour's outtakes from that episode, which will never be broadcast.
No, we'll be cancelled. Then none of that. None of it. I was editing it and I got to a point and went, wow.
That descended rapidly.
That was it. COVID, and I just couldn't taste a thing, and a lot of whiskey went in.
And then you lost, and you.
Oh yeah, that was it. It's lucky we didn't get a desk flip at that point.
We were heading that way.
I'm still bitter about losing by 4 points.
Well, we need to do another one.
We do. It was a high-scoring game.
It was a high-scoring game, and we both did really well. But it could easily have gone the other way because it was so close.
It was.
It's just the luck of the questions.
I think it is. And maybe if I don't drink quite as much for the next one.
Perhaps that will help as well. Yeah.
Yes. Maybe just a beer. That would be
You called me a tit.
Yeah. I stand by it.
Yes, fair.
Yeah. I'm a man of my word. You're lucky you didn't get called a lot worse.
I'm lucky I'm a few miles down the road, I think.
Well, it's all right. I was in no fit state to operate a vehicle, so you're fine.
You certainly were not.
I wasn't the next day either. Oh, fragile. I had to have a little lie-in the next morning.
I imagine so, yeah, till the following morning. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's another thing of being older and wiser. Hangovers take bloody ages.
They do. They're a much more substantial event.
Okay, right. So we're going to leave everyone and say, right, you're going to head to the website in the next couple of weeks, and you're going to find all of the boozy recommendations. So you could even have a drink along with us when you're having to listen, so you know what we're supping.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, that's. Are we meant to encourage that these days? I don't know.
Well, probably not. But
if you're listening in the car, don't do it.
No. Don't talk to the driver while he's drinking, and that's solid advice right there.
Yeah,
and don't turn our podcast into a drinking game. Like every time he swears, you have a shot or something. That's not going to go well. And every time I say that I'd like an old Jag, you're going to be out your tree in no time.
You're going to be hospitalised. Yeah, no, all right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, Stuff and Waffle. Please drink sensibly.
There you go.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.